Birds are flying all around. Some fall and hit the ground. This is where I should belong, inside a simple song, running careless down the line, beyond the brink of time. I will love you till I die, on shaky grounds. You could never understand. The way I am is not what it seems, tangled up in dreams. I'm tired in oh so many ways, been gone for 7 days. I don't know why I can't explain. My heart delivers pain, and I got nothing more to say. I'm just bored in every way. I don't know where I wanna go, but I swear to let you know. I will love you till I die, on shaky grounds. You could never understand. The way I am is not what it seems, tangled up in dreams.
So today we've come to the Isle of Sheppey, and it's safe to say we have a pretty awesome park up. And where we are is actually a completely free car park that I found on the Park for Night app. There is a width restriction at the entrance, so you won't be able to get any large motorhomes in here, but by the looks of it there are some vans in here already. Plan is we're going to go for a little walk around in a minute. I think there's a kind of country park or something over there, so we will take a look at that.
Up in dreams.
I was going to try and wait a little bit longer until I said this, but it is bitterly cold today, and in terms of being here right next to the sea, it is going to be absolutely freezing. I'm frozen now already. What I want to do is just take a quick wander down the other end of the car park, because I can see what I think are some camper vans down there. I just want to see who else is here for the night. Well, I'd say clearly they were both campers. I could see people in one of them but not the other. But this is a very nice little location. It's a little coastal park, so we'll have a little walk around here, catch some air, and wait till we start to freeze. And over there in the distance, my little car. As you can tell, I've come out a lot earlier. I took the whole day off leave, mainly because I just really needed a day off. I needed a day just to car camp, to chill out, relax and explore. So by coming early, I get a good few hours before the darkness comes. The plan tomorrow is that I am going to do a run. I'm not sure in what direction yet, whether or not towards Sheerness or towards Minster, but I think what I'm going to do now is walk down towards Minster. There is something so calming and relaxing about being next to the sea. Whether it's the sound of the waves or the freshness of the air. It is absolutely lovely. Well, this is a lovely prom, and to be honest, this is what I always say about the places where I car camp. I always car camp places that are quite local to me. So the Isle of Sheppey is only half-hour away, but it's somewhere I wouldn't really go to otherwise. And all the places really that I've car camped in are all places that are close to me, but I otherwise would never go to. And it is so nice. I mean, it's so quiet here and so peaceful and so just nice. And I love it. Well, I'm guessing this could be a fun place to park. Safe to say we are losing the sunlight, so I think it's time to head back to the car. What an absolutely fantastic sunset this is.
I realise how much a decent photo.
No, absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah. Cool, cheers, thank you. Well, that was certainly a lovely walk around Minster, a good 4 miles, although it's safe to say I am fairly chilled to the bone now. So I've come back to the car, I've set it all up, and we're all ready to make a coffee. Now, something I do need to say, just to be honest, I actually did see a whole load of no overnight parking signs when I walked back into the car park. I didn't see them when I drove in. Now, normally I don't park where I'm not supposed to if I know I'm not supposed to park there, but there's still a whole load of campers here. There's the van down there still, and those two that were up there earlier are still there. So I know it doesn't make it right, but as there's other people here, I think I will. And to be honest, this car park is huge. It's absolutely enormous, and there's only 4 of us here, so shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. Earlier on, when I was filming that Sexburger Road sign, a man who'd seen me filming on the beach and was also over there as well came over and friendly asked me what I was doing and what I was filming and all that kind of stuff. And I was explaining to him what car camping was. But he was telling me what Sexburger, or who Sexburger actually was. And Sexburger was actually a 7th century queen in Kent. So I was just reading a little bit about her in Wikipedia. Now, it's interesting, I've never had a problem with being cold in the car, and I mentioned that on the last tutorial that I made. But tonight, where the temperatures are going to get down to -2, it's going to be really interesting to see how I actually manage, because I don't think I've ever actually car camped when it's that cold before. Now, I have taken some precautions. I am wearing my running thermal top and I am wearing my woolly jumper. So everything I'm using tonight, otherwise, is exactly the same as what I did in my How I Keep Warm tutorial. As you would have seen in my thumbnail, you already know what I'm going to be making for my dinner tonight. That's it, I am going for a full Christmas dinner. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out again for another car camp before Christmas. So I thought, if I do the full-on Christmas dinner, Christmas special now, then at least I have that covered. Now, the biggest advantage of being parked here means that when I actually cook, I can take the blackout blind off and have the window wound right down. Now, whilst that is going to make the car cold, something I'm going to talk about a bit later on is carbon dioxide. And here you go, my first Christmas meal cooked in the back of a Zafira. Now we have most of the trimmings. We have the chestnuts. Canned potatoes aren't the best, but they're not the worst either. We even have Yorkshire puddings. I've par-cooked some of the stuffing balls and pigs in blankets, and the veg as well. That's par-cooked, just so I don't gas myself completely. The only slightly disappointing thing was, in the shops when I went there, I couldn't find any fresh turkey anywhere. So I had to settle for Bernard Matthews turkey breast chunks. Advantage is, again, though, it's cooked. So the advantage of this whole meal is that the gas won't really be on that long. Well, this has got to be the most amazing meal I've ever cooked in the back of my car using just one saucepan. Taking down the blackout here is so nice. You can't see it because I've got the sunshade on as well, but where I'm right next to the sea, all I can hear out my ear are the waves. It's lovely. But the reason why I had to do this was, as you know, I don't really like cooking in my car. And I was having a discussion with HB's, one of my subscribers, and a problem I always find when I cook in the car is that I always get a migraine or a headache the next day. Now that's whether or not the carbon monoxide alarm has gone off. But what HB said, which is probably absolutely true, isn't just carbon monoxide, it's carbon dioxide. So where I'm in a small space and I'm cooking and I'm breathing, obviously, there's less oxygen in here. So I'm wondering if actually the headaches I always have, I don't always mention them on the camera, but the headaches I always get when I car camp, when I cook inside, is actually due to carbon dioxide, not carbon monoxide. Now, there's no way I don't think I can actually test that other than what I've done today, which is to have the window fully down for the whole time I cooked. And even though it's freezing cold, I've still got it down now because actually it's not that cold. Well, it's not that cold at the minute anyway because I'm eating. But I'm going to carry on eating before it gets cold because that's coming straight over my food. So, back in a minute. I shall not be defeated. And now it's time for the pose that we all do after Christmas dinner. Oh. Well, it's not a proper car camp if I don't come out and show you what it's like at night time. But it is also absolutely freezing outside, so I'm getting back inside the car. The scarf has now come out. I think having had the window open for so long while I cooked and after I cooked, and then going outside to film that little bit, all of a sudden now I can really feel the cold. I've got to show you the view that I've got tonight. And that's definitely the view you want when you're car camping. As much as I didn't want to go on about the cold tonight, the gloves are now on, the scarf is now on, I'm in the sleeping bag, and it's only 8:30. So I'm hoping with all my low-tech gear we'll survive the night without freezing our hazelnuts off. Well, it's taken a few goes to get it right, but you know what? I actually feel warm now. So all it took was hat, gloves, scarf, thermal top, woolly jumper, sleeping bag and a blankie on top, and now I feel as snug as a bug in a rug. And could this be the first car camp I've ever been able to do this? And on that note, it is time for me to get under the sleeping bag because it is 11 PM and to be honest, I'm ready for some sleep. So I will see you in the morning. And of course, if all else fails, then you can use your massive blanket and turn it into a tent inside your car camper. So yes, it is safe to say that this morning the car is like an absolute ice box, shall we say. During the night wasn't so bad. I mean, apart from my feet were freezing at the end of the sleeping bag, but actually I did sleep really well. It was a very nice park up once again. I always find nice park ups. I only woke up once during the night to use the old toilet, but other than that I have slept through, and it's about 7:30 now. Now, the most important bit of any morning car camping video is the morning reveal. So let's see what it's like outside. Only problem being I can't, because all my covers are frozen to the windows. Look, literally frozen solid. No, it won't come off. It's fairly safe to say I've never had frozen covers before, ever. So let's have a look what it's like outside. Well, it's safe to say I wasn't the only camper here last night. You still got the two at the end. You've got two more over there. You've got a car. You can't see them, but I think there's two more down there and a car as well. Well, I've managed to get the window covers off at least now. Not that it makes any difference to your view. They're all frozen and you can't see Jack. As it's 9 o'clock already, I don't think I'm going to actually have time to be able to do a run now because I need to be back home at 11 o'clock. So what I think I might do is drink this, eat my porridge to heat my insides up, and then just go for a little walk that way just to have a little explore. Slight change of plan. What I'm going to do instead, I'm going to head back to the car, I'm going to put my running trainers on, and I'm going to have a quick nip down to Sheerness. I wouldn't mind seeing what it's like down there, in terms of future park ups as well, potentially. Okay, so we're now in Sheerness, and this looks like a perfect kind of park up. There's quiet little side road. This is the problem once you start running. It's hard to stop, but I do need to stop and turn around because I've done 2 miles already, and if I carry on I'm going to be late getting back to the kids. So I best turn around and head back. And that is how you heat yourself up in the morning. Well, that's the car all defrosted and I'm ready to go home. I wouldn't mind it of having a cup of coffee, but to be honest, I'm running so late now, I just need to scoot. So I hope you've enjoyed my little freezing trip to the Isle of Sheppey, and yeah, I will see you either before the new year or after the new year. If it's after the new year, hope you all have a great Christmas. Take care.